It is 1.35 million square miles of some of the most resource-rich and busiest maritime waterways in the world. Home to 600 coral reefs and over 3,000 species of fish, it is estimated that more than half of the fishing vessels in the world operate here. This is the South China Sea. But bubbling beneath the surface, there runs a threat to this once flourishing ecosystem, one that could affect the livelihood of the millions of people who rely on it.
In 20 years, there won't be many fish left to catch in the South China Sea.
It is home to some of the most complicated territorial disputes in the world. 7 countries have competing claims over the waters. The result? A power struggle that comes at the environment's expense, posing potentially irreversible threats to the South China Sea's unique marine ecosystem.
The number one activity that's got the biggest impact on the environment and ultimately on the fisheries is actually building the islands.
A combination of island building and overfishing has decimated over 40,000 acres of coral reef. As a result, catch rates have declined by up to 75% over the last 20 years. As the rate declines, conflict rises. There has been a steady increase in instances of maritime aggression between nations over the past decade. These small-scale clashes often center around illegal fishing practices. Fishermen harvest the giant clam, a protected endangered species. It is one of the species most victimized by overfishing in the region.
The most destructive activity taking place in the South China Sea period is the harvesting of giant clams by Chinese fleets out of Hainan province. And the way they extract it is basically like clear-cutting a forest. They destroy the entire reef in order to extract these very valuable clamshells.
Despite being illegal under Chinese domestic law, Chinese fishers continue the practice, often with supervision and protection from the Chinese Coast Guard. As countries with claims to the South China Sea continue to vie for control of the region, they have ramped up development. Over the last decade, countries like China and Vietnam have broken new ground, literally, building man-made islands and expanding existing island features. China, once again, has led the way in this destructive practice by dredging up sand from the seabed to create over 3,000 acres of new land at the cost of roughly 15,000 acres of destroyed coral reef. Vietnam, the next most prolific developer by comparison, has only created 122 acres of land. The unique ecosystem of the South China Sea is the silent victim in this conflict, often overshadowed by a whirlwind of political disputes amid China's race for power. As the stakes rise in the South China Sea, for those both above surface and below, how much longer can this continue before a marine dead zone becomes inevitable?